Hello, everyone. Unfortunately, I believe my headset is broke and I need to go get a new headset, so the audio is going to sound a little funny, but bottom line is we'll get through it. The NASDAQ has hit new highs today. As you can see, volume was above average. It reversed yesterday's losses and managed to close near the highs, actually at the high of the day for the NASDAQ. So I tell you what, it's hard to complain about anything like that. When you look at MACD and TSV, you can see that we're far away from oversold or overbought readings, which means we have a lot further to go before it gets scary. Same with stochastics and RSI. So it looks like for now there's some clear skies ahead for the market. The S&P 500, similar situation. Breaking out volume isn't there, but as you can see on the momentum oscillators, there's a lot of room to run if these markets want to continue to run here, and individual stocks still look good overall. Dow Jones Industrial Average is a similar situation, and the Russell 2000 is switching to an operational buy signal. It would have switched on Friday, but the half-day volume was not good enough. Pullback on Mondays, fine, and then today it's now breaking out to those November highs, but with volume. So the Russell 2000 now switches to an operational buy mode. It's all irrelevant to us. We're fully invested. As you can see, the oscillators, they're not nearly overbought yet, so everything has got room to run before we have to really start worrying about the position that we're in overall. Now, getting to individual stocks, I'm going to make this video short because this audio thing's bugging me. I got to see if it is my headset mic, so there might be 1 or 2 more days of bad audio like this before I can get a chance to go anywhere on the island, because God knows you can't find anything anywhere around where I live in Lahaina, the resort town. But on an end-of-day basis, BNFT has failed. It's hit my final sell stop. BNFT is a full sell. Also, the hedge in UVXY, the protection in case the market did reverse, as it looked, a little funny there in November, has now completely hit my final stop. So we now no longer have any hedges. We're fully long, but with the sell in UVX and BNFT, we've raised some cash. Also, UHAL and REXR. REXR hit 50% of my sell stop today, which was below yesterday's low a day. And U-Haul, I went ahead and made yesterday's low day my final sell stop. So I'm out of it. And even though it rallied back today, I really don't mind. There's better looking stocks out there that don't have that ugly bar in it. But on an end-of-day basis, LOAN, our speculative credit services position, is closing below the 20-day moving average on above average volume. So I would move half the sell stops to 421, and then it's up to you where you want to, or actually it is at 420 already. So if you don't have half your sell stops there, you need to have it there. So that's actually the same level that I'm keeping my first sell stop, and then my final sell stop is with the move below 409. And so far, loan is still holding below the 5200-day moving average, so it's not critical. But make sure you at least have half your sell stops below today's low a day. And then also Chef is closing below the 20-day moving average on below average volume. But I tell you what, there's like 3 spinning tops here. I don't know what the official candlestick term is, but all I know is that it tried to, it tried to make some strong moves to try to break out above those November resistance levels. And for 3 days in a row, it just simply couldn't. Following yesterday's pocket pivot point signal, it's now closing very weak and below the 20-day moving average. It's already hit half of my sell stop back here, but you need to at least move half your sell stop to 1893. And then the final one I would have right here, these lows. Do not use those lows because this thing should move by now. It's been a week plus, so it needs to start working or else it's not going to work. But I do have 3 new long positions and an add signal on an end-of-day basis. The first long, the best long, is ALRM. This is a CanSlim quality IPO. That's also a recent earnings winner. Big intraday reversal today. BOP has been increasing the past few sessions, and it's green and above average volume today. Tell you what, it's hard not to but it's hard not to really like that move. So ALRM, 2.5% long position for being CanSlim quality. And it's confirmed in the IPO scan with a pocket pivot point signal, and it's an earnings winner. So you can go bigger if you want. What I'll do is, I'm not sure exactly how much money I've raised today, but so far ALRM to me would be 2.5 to 3%. I wouldn't want to get, bigger than that, even though you could, but you risk all the way to 1683 before you know you're wrong. So, I mean, you're going to have to risk at least, over 8%. And that's never, my ideal kind of trade to start going bigger than 2.5, 3% on that. But also DIG, a lot of oil stocks, making moves. I see if I can just try to remember some of them off the top of my head. But there's a lot of bullish patterns out there. And IGE is another oil ETF related. It's a natural resources related ETF. But as you can see here, nice back-to-back pocket pivot point signals, back-to-back BOP surges, volume surges. And that, along with all the bullish, oil charts that I had in all my high-price stock scans, makes me then want to go ahead and go long this name, which was in my ETF scan. DIG is producing back-to-back pocket pivot point signals today. It was found, like I said, in my ETF scan. It's an ultra oil and gas, so it's a way to play the oil market with leverage. And since I don't love any of these big, oil and gas related stocks, I do like, some leverage on the position, because when DIG moves, DIG can move just from the breakout 2013, 2014, it made a 72% gain. And I'll take that, in an ETF anytime, especially when my risk is so well defined. My final sell stop level, the first one you can do right here below these lows, and with the final one right there, or you can just have a final one right here. Probably be what I do. I might even be more risk averse and do one here and then one here, but it's up to you. It's completely up to you. But DIG, for it having so many oil stocks confirming and the IGE ETF confirming, IGE would be a more preferred long position for me based on the technical pattern, but I'm looking for leverage here. So DIG, 5% long position to get long oil. This helps, once again, diversify my long portfolio, so this is great. So 5% in that. ALRM, 2.5%. And then also, this stock, Gene, was found in my BOP scan. I know Gene really well. It's been on a lot of intraday traders' radars, since it started to move again in November, and it was on the radar here with all the little biotech plays. But this thing, after its strong move up and strong volume, it pulled back on lower volume and then blasted higher again. And now it's doing another low volume pullback, but we've already got a big intraday reversal on a volume higher than the session before, and it's holding max green BOP. So I'm going to go ahead and take a starter position. It was only in one of my BOP scans, the max green BOP scan. In a few more days, it'll be in both of my BOP scans, which is also a green BOP for 20-day scan. But I want to go ahead and get long Gene, 1%. The final sell stop is below today's low of day, 323. But, this is just a really bullish looking intermediate and short-term chart pattern. So it's just something that I want to go ahead and get long, even though there's no real signal today. Hopefully, if it does break out, I'm going to get long ahead of it. And then the final ad is OCLR. OCLR was first initially found when I was going through I'm already long the stock first off, but it was initially found in my scanning in the new 52-week highs on above average volume scan. Very large BOP surge. Unfortunately, I wish it would have gone max green, but even if it would have, this base is kind of ascending, not wedging, ascending, and it isn't necessarily flattened at the 50-day moving average, but huge volume surge. Very large surge in green BOP, and excellent price action closing at the high of the day. OCLR, excellent looking technical pattern. So I want to go ahead and add to it. For being in the price volume BOP surge, confirmation scan to the new highs list, it will get 1%. But DIG, ALRM, and Gene, of course, were not confirmed in the price volume BOP scan, so there's no added position there. But OCLR, 1%. Gene, 1%, ALRM, 2.5%, and DIG, 5%.